Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing Thai civil unions for same-sex partners here in Thailand. Been discussing this, kind of keeping an eye on this one. This is a pretty major piece of legal news here in Thailand. It appears, at least for now, full same-sex marriage is not on the books here in Thailand. It doesn't look likely to be particularly soon, but it does appear that same-sex civil unions may likely be legalized, at least in the foreseeable future. Now, the question has been, well, will that mean it's got to be between a Thai and a foreign national, or two Thais? How is this set up? The consensus up to now has seemed to be, well, at least one of the parties had to be Thai, but now it appears that may be changing. A recent article from Thai PBS World, that's thaipbsworld.com, article is titled, House Panel Allows Same-Sex Foreign Couples to Register Civil Partnership in Thailand. Quoting directly, the House Committee vetting the Civil Partnership Bill decided today, Wednesday, to amend the bill to make it possible for same-sex couples who are both foreigners to register their partnership in Thailand, instead of one of them having to be a Thai national. Quoting further, spokesperson for the House Scrutiny Panel, Thanikarn Pornpongserod, said that the committee decided to scrap the entire Section 8 of the bill, which stipulates that one of the same-sex couples, or I think they meant one of the same-sex partners, but one of the same-sex couples who are eligible to register their partnership here must be a Thai national. Quoting further, the deletion of the clause means that the door is open for same-sex couples who are both non-Thais to register their union, which can help boost tourism, said Thanikarn. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Now, bear in mind a couple of things here. Civil union, as we've discussed in videos in the past regarding same-sex visas to the United States, civil unions are not recognized as the same thing as a full marriage for purposes of U.S. immigration law. We've discussed that at length. The United States, U.S. Supreme Court specifically, did finally recognize the right to same-sex marriage in the United States. But for purposes of immigration, it's got to be a marriage. You're talking about getting married. A civil union doesn't quite get you there. Now, it'll be interesting to see exactly how this plays out. To be clear, none of this is legalized yet. So none of this has gone through any kind of bill in Parliament. It hasn't been read through, and it hasn't been processed through any sort of due process like the cabinet or going through the publication in the Royal Gazette. We haven't seen any of that happen as of the time of this video. But that said, what we are looking at is a situation where it's seeming increasingly likely that we're going to see same-sex civil unions become legalized here in Thailand, probably sooner rather than later. And it's interesting that they have left the door open now for same-sex couples that are not necessarily both of Thai nationality, either or both of Thai nationality, to come to Thailand and register their civil union. I suspect this will have significant ramifications, especially in the region, as I don't think a lot of the countries in Southeast Asia are going to very quickly follow in Thailand's footsteps. So that may turn Thailand into a place where a lot of LGBT couples, a lot of travelers will come for tourism purposes because they can register their civil union here, which has legal ramifications, may create some legal rights. It definitely, one of the big ones with respect to civil unions that I've seen over the years when I've dealt with a lot of LGBT folks who are together in a relationship, it has a lot to do with estate planning. It's a big one. Having a civil union really kind of creates a lot of shorthand for future courts and authorities when dealing with things like medical coverage, as well as a visitation under medical coverage, as well as estate planning. Can have substantial ramifications in that context. And it's why, while I do understand the frustration of folks in the LGBT community who are not particularly happy about not gaining full marriage recognition yet, I think it probably will come, but a civil union is not something insignificant. It really has tremendous legal ramifications, and it provides a great many benefits to the folks who choose to undertake them.